Good morning. Well, you can tell that I am not in my normal spot. I had to move my little recording studio upstairs because, as fate would have it, we are having a new septic drain system installed in the backyard. The old one wasn't working anymore, and it is way too noisy and way too stinky out there right now for me to be recording. Rick Lane, one of our elders, wonderfully said to me today that it just looks like your backyard is a great metaphor for 2020, and it really is. We continue this day on the topic of joy. This is the week of Advent in which we focus on joy. Yesterday we thought about and talked about how fear can rob us of joy, and I showed you a clip from Home Alone, and I mentioned that I didn't really think I liked the movie until I watched it again this year, and I liked Home Alone so much this year that I went and I watched Home Alone 2, and obviously the writers realized that they had kind of a winning formula, and so in this movie, Kevin has a conversation with a lady who is a sort of a semi-homeless bird lady that he met in Central Park. And again, little Kevin has a lot of wisdom this time about how the failure to use our hearts, the failure to open up our hearts to others, how that can keep us from the joy of love. And so let me let you see that clip, and then we'll talk about it for a minute or two.
So, do you bring your friends up here?
I haven't got many friends.
Oh, sorry.
I'm like the birds I care for. People pass me in the street. They see me, but they try to ignore me. They prefer I wasn't part of their city.
Yeah, it's sort of like that with my family. I'm kind of the pigeon of the house, just because I'm the youngest.
Everyone fights for position. Everybody wants to be seen and heard.
I guess so. I'm seen and heard pretty much. But then I get sent to my room a lot, too.
I wasn't always like this, you know.
Oh, what were you like before?
I had a job. I had a home. I had a family.
Did you have any kids?
No. Oh, I wanted them. But the man I loved fell out of love with me. That broke my heart. And whenever the chance to be loved came along again, I ran away from it. Stop trusting people.
No offense, but that seems like sort of a dumb thing to do.
I was afraid of getting my heart broken again. You see, sometimes you can trust a person, and then when things are down, they forget about you.
Maybe they're just too busy. Maybe they don't forget about you, but they forget to remember you. I don't think people mean to forget. I think it just happens. My grandfather says, my head wasn't screwed on, I'd leave it on the school bus.
I'm just afraid if I do trust someone, I'll get my heart broken again.
I understand that. I used to have this really nice pair of rollerblades. And I was afraid if I wore them, I'd wreck them. So I kept them in a box. And do you know what happened?
No.
I outgrew them. I never wore them once outside. I just wore them in my room a couple times.
A person's heart and a person's feelings are very different than skates.
Well, they're kind of the same thing. If you aren't going to use your heart, then what's the difference if it gets broken? If you just keep it to yourself, maybe it'll be like my rollerblades. When you do decide to try it, it won't be any good. You should take a chance. Got nothing to lose.
But a truth in there somewhere.
I think so. Your heart might still be broken, but it isn't gone. If it was gone, you wouldn't be this nice.
Thank you.
In Luke's gospel, Luke tells us that when Mary goes to visit her cousin Elizabeth, Elizabeth is pregnant with John the Baptist, Mary is pregnant with Jesus. Elizabeth says to Mary, as soon as you came into my presence, the child within me just leapt with joy. John the Baptist is one whose heart was always open, particularly to Jesus, but also to other people. And his open heart brought him great joy, and it helped him be a wonderful, wonderful witness of Christ, even while still in the womb. On this day, as we consider the wisdom that Kevin taught us a little bit, let us open our hearts to Jesus, to the joy that Jesus brings, and then, like John the Baptist, let us be wonderful disciples of Jesus Christ. Jesus told us that the world will know that we are his disciples by the love that we have. The love we have for one another, the love that we have for the world. And so find a way this day to open up your heart in not simply feeling love, but some sort of loving action toward someone else. And see if it doesn't bring you joy and it doesn't make you a better witness to the love and the joy of Jesus Christ. We do this because God is with us. Amen.